Imagine this, a disaster strikes, it's chaotic, and you're right in the middle of it. Are you prepared? In a world where calamities can hit without warning, preparedness isn't just an option, it's a necessity. It's not about being paranoid but about being practical. This video aims to arm you with essential survival skills, because when disaster knocks on your door, there's no time for a crash course. While no one can predict exactly when a disaster will strike, being prepared can make the difference between life and death. So, what should you do in a disaster? Where do you start? The answer lies in three crucial elements: developing a plan, assembling a survival kit, and mastering basic survival skills. Let's kick off with the first element, planning. The key here isn't just to have a plan, but to have a plan that works. Identify safe spots around your home, places that offer the best protection during a disaster. Establish effective communication methods. In an era where cell service can vanish in an instant, consider alternatives like two-way radios. Decide on a meeting place, a common ground where you can reunite with your family in case you're separated. Next up, the survival kit. Prioritize water and food. You'll need enough to last for at least 3 days. A first aid kit is non-negotiable. Include a flashlight to navigate the dark and a whistle to signal for help. Don't forget personal necessities, like medication or eyewear. Lastly, survival skills. It's one thing to own a first aid kit, another to know how to use it. Learn how to perform CPR, how to use a fire extinguisher, how to purify water. These skills can mean the difference between life and death. Remember, these tips are just the starting point. Disasters are unpredictable, and the more prepared you are, the better your chances of survival. Disaster preparedness is not a one-and-done task. It requires constant updating and practicing. We've covered a lot today, but let's quickly revisit the key points. First, having a plan. This is your roadmap to survival. It tells you where to go, what to do, and how to do it when disaster strikes. Second, the survival kit. This is your lifeline in a disaster scenario. It should contain essentials like water, food, medical supplies, and tools. Remember, it's not about packing everything, but about packing smartly. Lastly, learning basic survival skills. These skills, like building a shelter or starting a fire, can save your life in a pinch. They're not just for the wilderness. These skills can be useful in urban disaster situations too. And remember, knowledge is power. So do your research. Learn more about disaster preparedness. Don't wait for disaster to strike before you start preparing. Start now, because your life may depend on it.